Okay. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone.
सुप्रभातम.
Suprabhatam, Mahoday. So mute yourself, please, everybody, unless you have a question. So again, what we'll do, this class, I would like to take a little bit different approach. So look at a certain
Sanjeev Mahoday, can you please give us little bit brief on this Sakarmaka and Akarmaka, because little bit of confusion there. I was not able to really understand last class.
Okay.
Just basic information. I don't want you to
Yeah, sure. We'll start with that. So think of the fundamental things or the concepts have to be very clear. So there's no problem if you repeat. I don't mind. Once we have the fundamentals solid, then after that the speed can be picked up fast by everyone. So if the fundamentals are shaky, then it becomes difficult. So
can I make an attempt to explain so that I'll also clear my understanding or correct or not?
Yes, that will be a good idea. Yeah, go ahead if you want to.
Okay. So my understanding is that Kriya Padam can be of two forms. One is Akarmaka and one is Sakarmaka. When we say Akarmaka, it does not need a object towards which it is targeted. Something like he is smiling, he is going, he is running. Right, those things do not need an object of you doing it. Those are all akarmaka kriyas. So running, smiling, swimming can be akarmaka kriyas. Whereas if we say that okay, eating must have something that he is eating. There must be specific of what he is eating. That can be a question. Then that becomes a sakarmaka kriya. This is my understanding.
Yeah, that's good. Very good. And anybody else want to add? Like Soumya Bhagini, Sandhya Bhagini, Anupama Bhagini?
Yeah, we can use like an example that like he is reading a book. So that will become Sakarmaka because he is going doesn't have an object, as the Mahoday said. But whereas he is reading, so what is he reading? He's reading Mahabharatam or he's reading a book. So that will become Sakarmaka. That's good. What I understand.
Yeah. So these sentences, can you also tell them in Sanskrit instead of he is reading?
Balakaha pustakam pathati. So pustaka is the object and patati is the verb. So it becomes sakarmaka when you have the object. Balakaha pustakam pathati. Balakaha uttishtati. So the boy is standing up. So that is akarmaka. There is no object there. Only the verb and balakaha. So that's akarmaka. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. So important thing again is that for a general understanding, initial understanding, we can just compare that with the English translation or equivalence, like when we say he is eating, he is reading, he is swimming, etc. But that English translation, when it is used in Sanskrit, may not always hold good. I mean, that kind of understanding and the usage also, prayoga. When we say usage in the Sanskrit prayoga, so it may not actually translate the sakarmaka to sakarmaka, akarmaka to akarmaka, etc. So because here little bit different approach and different thought process and different usage is there. So this is a general understanding at the high level. Yes, when we say he is eating, the question comes what he is eating. So we generally say balakaha phalam khadati. So boy is eating fruit. Then similarly, balakah pustakam pathati, etc. But balakah tarati, balaka is swimming. So he is swimming what? There is no answer to it. So tarati, there is no karma padam. There is no object. Object means object is a technical, grammatical. It is a grammatical term. Don't think that object means any object, like a thing. It is not a thing. Object is a grammatical term we are using. In Sanskrit we say karma padam. So karma padam, if it is there in a, if it generally needs, if a kriya padam generally needs a karma padam, then we say that kriya padam is or actually the dhatu, the root word of that kriya padam is a sakarmaka dhatu. So dhatu is the root word. So kriya needs a karma padam. Kriya needs a karma padam. So pashyati, for example, pashyati. Saha balakah pashyati. So balakah kim pashyati? The question can be asked. Whether there is an answer, whether there is actually word in a sentence or not, that is a different thing. It may not be there, because sometimes we also say, right, in our languages also, he is seeing, he is looking. So we always, 100% of time, we don't, every time we don't use the karma padam in a sentence, we don't put it. It is understood many times. He is looking means he is looking something or he is looking somewhere. So similarly, here also in Sanskrit also, it is not 100% all the kriya padas where the karma padam is needed will have the karma padam. It's not like that. It may be missing, but still the kriya padam itself will be akarmaka by definition. Sakarmaka by definition. It will be sakarmaka or akarmaka by definition. Whether there is actually karma padam in a sentence, that depends on what the context again, how people want to say it, what is happening actually. Having said that, I had also in the email not yesterday's email, before that I had given some clarification on actually akarmaka and sakarmaka. So it may be a little bit confusing to understand the entire concept there, but if you don't understand, fine. It's not that you're losing something, you don't understand, and how do I proceed? Nothing like that. Don't worry about it. So what is that sakarmaka, karmaka also? That means some of the kriya padas, they can be akarmaka and sakarmaka in usage also. Like for example, tarati. Tarati was an example. So tarati can mean swimming, tarati can mean float, tarati can means crossing. So how it is used? So in tarati, for example, balakah nadim tarati. So in that case, he is crossing the nadi. So in that case, it is a sakarmaka. It is a sakarmaka kriyapada in that case. Then if you just say bakah tarati, it is just floating, it is just floating. So some of them are like that. Now here the question was about siddhyati also last time. Now here siddhyati, note that it is an akarmaka. It is not like tarati. It is not tarati. It is always akarmaka. Because if you try to translate that into English, do not translate. That's the thing. If you try to translate that into English as a success, then the confusion starts. So here you have to look at the actual sentences in the Sanskrit, where and how it is used. For example, mama karyam siddhyati. This is how it is used actually. Mama karyam siddhyati. So what it means is my work becomes successful. So work is becoming successful. That means success is actually coming to be, but work is becoming successful if you literally translate it. But in English we don't use it like that. English we say that success. English we say like I am successful. So I myself is successful. So karyam, mama karyam siddhati. In that karyam is the kartrupada there. That is what is happening. That is what is doing the kriya of success. So mama karyam siddhati is my. Mama is my there. That we know already, right? Mama nama, like that. Mama karyam siddhati. So I am not doing the work of becoming success, but the work what I am doing is becoming success. If you want to analyze it like that. So another question was like a kridati, khelati in those two cases. So this kridati, khelati also similar thing. We should not try to again you think in English and use the Sanskrit sentences. Like kridati, saha balakah kridati. The question comes now, if we think in English, then what is he playing? Because when we say play, what? Play what? So, but we do not use it like that in Sanskritam. Do not use like that. Saha balakah kridati. If he is playing with the ball, again we say with the ball here. So similarly in Sanskritam also, saha kandukena kridati. It becomes kandukena, which we have not seen it that form, but kandukena means with ball. With ball he plays. But now if he is playing like another like chess or cricket or what are we going to do? So we can say saha cricket kridam, cricket khelanam, cricket kridam karoti. That's how it is used. So, cricket khelanam karoti. So the whole thing becomes object or the karma padam to karoti kriya. Karoti is he is doing. Karoti is general doing, right? So he is doing the cricket to play. That is how it is literally translated becomes, but that is how it is used here. Saha cricket kridam karoti. Saha padakandukam kridati. Padakanduka kridam karoti. Kridati is general like he is enjoying. Now in Mahabharatam etc. the Dyuta Krida comes, right? Dyuta. So there also the usage is like Dyuta Kridam Karoti Athva Dyutam Karoti. This is how it is directly used. Dyutam Karoti Aksha Kridam Karoti. In Bhagavatam, when the Krishna is Balaka, then he has played a lot of games there. So everywhere it is the similar usage is there. Kridam karoti. However, in modern times, there are one or two instances might be available where there is a direct like this Dyutam Kridati, like that, which seems to be fine, but if we want to avoid, we should avoid. That was what was written in the last week's email. So Ramaprasad Mohdaya, would that make it better?
Yeah, now it's better.
So here, for example, Nandati. Nandati means what? What is Nandati? No? Ramaprasad Modi?
Enjoy.
Like
I think-
Ananda. Remember Ananda? We know, everybody knows Ananda.
Yes.
So Ananda word comes from this Kriyapada only. Like Nandati. Nandati means he is Anandati. Anandati or Nandati, both are correct.
Sir, what's the meaning of Prachati? Prachati.
Pruchati, questions.
Yeah.
Questions.
Prachati.
Asks questions.
So that is Sakarmaka.
Sakarmaka. Kim pruchati? Prashnam pruchati. Okay. So next one.
Sir, I have a question here. Sir, Puchati is a question.
Yeah.
Then in the homework there was one word Pucham. So that means tail. So what's the difference between this and that?
That is noun, this is word.
Hold on. Both are totally different. This is, where is the homework? This is pruchati. Okay. Pru. There is pru. Pruchati. And what is in the homework?
That's a Pucham.
Pucham.
Pucham. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. So here, so let's say. Aruna Bhagini. Are you there? No. Jagrati Bhagini.
Yes, Mahodaya.
Hello. So others, if you can please mute your line. So Jagrati Bhagini, can you Asmin? So in this picture, Asmin Chitre, Kim Pashyati Bhavati. Kim Pashyati means what all you see. Kim Pashyati Asmin Chitre. Kim asti asmin.
बालिका पुस्तकम् आनयति बालकः आसन्दीम् आसति
Upavishati.
उपविशति. I thought asati means also sitting.
Yeah, there is another one, but that's a different type of usage. Yes, let's use simple one. Upavishati.
बालकः पुस्तकं पठति. How do you say, like standing in line?
In will see later, but what other things you see here? Like, one is like you see line, right? Line.
Right.
So what is line? Line is panktihi.
Oh.
Panktihi.
Balakah panktihi.
No. Just pankti will use later. Okay, just.
Oh, okay.
Just say panktihi asti.
Balakah panktihi asti.
Balakana, just panktihi asti. There is a line.
Oh, panktihi asti. Okay, got it. Yeah. And
Astu. Dhanyawadaha. Okay. Nageshwara Mahodaya.
Yes, sir.
Yes. What else do you see in this? Anyat kim asti asmin chitre?
Pustakam asti.
Okay.
Tape.
Table utpitika.
उत्पीठिका कंप्यूटर
संगणकम बालकः अस्ति बालिका अस्ति अनन्तरं
बालिका अस्ति पुस्तकम् अस्ति सङ्गणिका अस्ति
एषा का एषा का
शी इस् लैब्रेरियन्
न लैब्रेरियन् अनन्तरं परन्तु इस् इट् पुरुष महिला
स्त्री
स्त्री अस्ति महिला अस्ति महिला अस्ति ओके नेक्स्ट हियर यस्
उपनेत्रम् अस्ति
उपनेत्रम् अस्ति अस्तु लक्ष्मीकान्त महोदय अग्रे
चित्रम् अस्ति
एकं लक्ष्मीकान्त महोदय what else
the computer
सङ्गणकम्
सङ्गणकम् अस्ति
अत्र किम् अस्ति अत्र
खिड़की
न खिड़की उपरि खिड़की अधः अस्ति उपरि किम् अस्ति वर्तुलाकार
घटी अस्ति
घटी खिड़की किं खिड़की संस्कृतशब्दः
वातायनम् अस्ति
वातायनम् अत्र किम् अस्ति
दूरवाणीम् अस्ति
दूरवाणी अस्ति अत्र यत्र मया
पुष्पगुच्छम् अस्ति
पुष्पवृक्षम् अस्ति उत्तमम् अत्र
विद्युद्दीपम् अस्ति
विद्युद्दीपः
अस्ति
अत्र
घटी अस्ति
घटी अनन्तरं मया अत्र
चित्रपटम् अस्ति चित्रपटम् अस्ति
अथवा केवलं चित्रमस्ति अस्तु अनन्तरं
निदानिका अस्ति
निधानिका अस्ति अन्यत् किमस्ति समाप्तम्
ग्रन्थालयम् अस्ति
ग्रन्थालयः यथा देवालयः विद्यालयः ग्रन्थालयः चिकित्सालयः
युतकम् उरुकम् अस्ति
अस्ति अवश्यमस्ति युतकम् अस्ति ऊरुकम् अस्ति ऊरुकम् इस् पेण्ट्स् अनन्तरं केशः अस्ति केशः
महिला पुस्तकं पश्यति
सुन्दरं महिला पुस्तकं पश्यति form the sentences with known things, like some of you might have read something else and then you might be trying to do some use in and other things, but right now just to keep it simple, if you know you can say that, but just to keep it simple with what we have already studied, try to use that. Mahila pustakam pashyati, mahila balakam pashyati.
बालकः गृहपाठं करोति गृहपाठं
द्वितीय right गृहपाठः is प्रथमा गृहपाठं करोति then एषः बालकः if you want to ask the question एषः बालकः किं पश्यति question is एषः बालकः किं पश्यति
एषः बालकः महिला पश्यति पुस्तकं पश्यति
close enough. Anybody want to try? एषः बालकः किं पश्यति
एषः बालकः महिलाया पश्यति.
Hold on. So you want to use mahila. What is the dvitiya vibhakti of mahila?
महिलाया
महिलां right
महिलां पश्यति. Mahilam pashyati.
Okay.
What is the word for exchange?
Huh?
Exchanging books.
Exchange is vinimaya. Vinimayam karoti.
Huh?
Vinimaya. Vichara vinimaya. Pustaka vinimaya. Vinimaya.
विज्ञानस्य सूचनाफलकम् अस्ति
कुत्र सूचनाफलकम् अस्ति
Guruji, how about balakah pustakam nayati?
बालकः पुस्तकं नयति उत्तमम्
Guruji, if you want to reverse, you said Esha balakah mahilam pashyati. Mahila bal. How do you say the woman is looking at the boy? Mahila balakah.
That somebody said that Mahila balakam pashyati.
Oh, balakam. Okay, I said okay.
Mahila balakam pashyati.
Mahila balakam pruchati.
Pruchati. That is also correct. Mahila balakam pruchati. Then this one.
Kim pruchati? Kim pruchati?
Kim pruchati?
She is questioning about book.
You can.
How to tell that?
See, you can just pustakam kutra asti iti pruchati.
Okay.
You can expand with known words only because you know all these words. Pustakam kutra asti iti, like that. Mahila balakam pruchati pustakam kutra asti. Or you can just try to just any random sentences. It doesn't have to make certain meaning in this context. Like Mahila balakam pruchati pustakam katham asti. Just to make up the story. Pustakam katham means how, right? Pustakam katham asti. Pustakam kutra asti. Anything you can use just to form the sentences. So another
pustakam nidanikena asti. Is it okay?
No. So we have not studied that in form, right? In. We don't know.
Okay.
In it. Okay. So then the other thing is on. You can say on is easy. On means upari. You can just use upari. Pustakam kutra asti. Pustakam kutra asti. Pustakam. How to say that? Answer is pustakam utpitika. We know, right? This is utpitika. And with upari, if you want to use upari, we have to use the Shashti Vibhakti of that, where it is, on what it is.
Pustakam utpitikasya asti.
Utpitikayam. Utpitikayam.
No. What is the Shashti Vibhakti of Utpitika?
Utpitikasya upari asti.
No, Utpitika, like Rama. What is the Shashti Vibhakti? Akaranta.
Utpitikayaha.
So pustakam utpitikayaha upari asti. Utpitikayaha upari. So etat kutra asti? Pushpavrukshaha kutra asti? कस्य उपरि अस्ति? कस्य उपरि? कस्य उपरि?
Counter is? Counter is?
What is that? So that is also kind of utpitika only, right? Utpitika.
Is it pitika?
Pitika, utpitika, or adhanika, anything, whatever is supporting it. Just can use utpitika or pitika. Pitikayaha upari asti. Okay, so let's move forward. Okay, Geeta Bhagini, कृपया एतत् पठतु. पठतु means read. Read this. पठतु.
एषकः एषः चषकः किम् एषः बृहत् किम् एषः बृहत्.
Start from the beginning. Slow.
एषः कः एषः चषकः.
Yes. Yeah.
किम् एषः बृहत् न एषः लघुः.
Okay, so what does this mean? Eshah kaha. What is this?
What is this?
Eshah chashakaha. Eshah chashakaha. Glass.
Glass. Kim eshah brihad. What is there in the glass?
No. Kim eshah brihad means big. Is it big?
Okay. Na eshah laguhu. It is small.
Kim eshah brihad. Na eshah laguhu. Laguhu.
Small.
Okay.
Next. Thank you.
Anybody else want? Where is there? Soumya Ragini, did you?
Yes, Guruji.
Yeah. Want to read the next one?
Sure. Saha kaha, saha sauchikaha, sauchikaha kim karoti, kim saha khelati, na saha vastram sivyati. Saha kaha is who is who is this? He is saha sauchikaha. He is a tailor. Sauchikaha kim karoti. What is the tailor doing? Is he khelati? Is he playing? No, he is stitching, sewing.
Yeah. Saha kaha is who is that? This is so. So we already gone through this. Like saha kaha. If it is saha means when we are pointing away, right? Away. Esha is which is nearby. So
correct. Sorry, who is that? Saha kaha is who is that?
No. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I'm not saying that it's wrong, but
okay.
If others are confused, it's okay. We don't have to translate everything into English again and again.
Okay.
So just we are going to leave that away. Leave this English translation as long as we know it. We don't have to do it every time. We are going to stop it. Unless anybody has question, please ask if you don't understand. So otherwise, we are going to stop using English words or translation for the words we already know. So saha kaha, saha sauchikaha. Sauchikaha kaha, sauchikaha ityukte kim? What is the meaning of sauchikaha? Sauchikaha kim karoti? Sauchikasya karyam kim? Idan sauchikaha kim karoti? किम सह खेलति न सह न खेलति सह किम करोति सह वस्त्रं सीव्यति सीव्यति means sewing. What is it in Hindi? Sewing means what? सीव्यति
सिलाने का
सिलाना
हाँ सिलता है. Anybody has any questions? Anybody do not understand any word on this, on these sentences? Anybody? Laghu means small. Laghu small, chota. Bruhat big, bada. Sauchika tailor. Sivyati. Teachers. Okay. Similarly, the next one, Sandhya Bhagini.
Esha ka, एषा दोला दोला कुत्र अस्ति दोला उपवने अस्ति दोला if anybody wants swing upavane is garden सा का सा घटिका
घटिका
घटिका किं सूचयति घटिका समयं सूचयति so what is the clock telling
so सूचयति any question here सूचयति means indicating सूचनां ददाति सूचनां करोति घटिका किं सूचयति घटिका समयं सूचयति so samayam what is it now karma padam so सूचयति is it a sakarmaka akarmaka
sakarmaka
घटिका किं सूचयति घटिका समयं सूचयति समय शब्दः पुल्लिङ्गः वा नपुंसकलिङ्गः शब्दः
समयं नपुंसकलिङ्गं समयं
no samayam it's not looking here if you look here this is a karma padam right when it is karma padam what is the vibhakti prathama vibhakti or ditiya vibhakti this one samayam
Ditiya vibhakti.
Ditiya, right? Ditiya. So by looking at the Ditiya vibhakti form, which is samayam, you cannot say it is a Napumsakalinga or Pullinga. You have to think what is its Prathama vibhakti form. Right? What is the Prathama vibhakti form of samayam? Samayam is Ditiya. Right? But what is the Prathama vibhakti? Like Ramam. Ramam is Ditiya.
Samaya.
Samayah.
Samayah. Pullinga, right?
Pullinga.
Yeah.
Initially it is confusing, but it's okay. I mean, just if you keep discussing that, you will know. Right? So keep discussing.
This confusion is coming for Napumsakalinga, sir. And I think it will be cleared only during course of time.
Yes. Course of time, when we start using these things, words more and more in sentences. When we say samayah kaha, so when we want to ask the question, what is the time, we should ask the question samayah kaha. Idanim samayah kaha. Idanim is now. Idanim samayah kaha. So then we know that samaya means pullinga because it's samaya, we are using it. Idanim samayah kaha. So then we say Ghatika Samayam Sucheti. Now we know because Ditiya we cannot say it is Pullinga or Napumsakalinga because both are same for Napumsakalinga, the Prathama and Ditiya Bhakti. But because we know the other sentence Idanim Samayah Kaha, we know it is Pullinga. So it is just a course of time. Don't feel bad or don't feel nothing wrong. Don't feel how am I going to know it? But so start using the sentences like Samaya kaha. Start asking your friends. Idanim samayah bhojanasya samayah. So answer is Idanim bhojanasya samayah or Idanim nidra samayah. So you can answer like that.
Idanim means what?
Now. Idanim is now. Let me write it. This is a new word. Idanim.
Need ras or dirgha?
Dirgha. Idanim dirgha. Okay, agre Lakshmikant Mohdaya. Patatu. वाक्यं पठतु अस्ति लक्ष्मीकान्त महोदय
एतत् किम् एतत् खनित्रम् अस्ति श्रमिका खनित्रं चालयति खनित्रम् इति विराट्
Khanitram is this instrument which is used to...
Axe or kurad.
No, it's not axe. It is used to dig.
Dig.
No. This is like...
Please.
This is like a plate, right, on the top here.
Kudal.
Yeah, whatever, I don't know. खनित्रम अस्ति. किम करोति? एतत् किम? एतत् खनित्रम अस्ति. श्रमिका किम करोति?
श्रमिका खनित्रम चालयति. द्वितीया विभक्ति. चालयति.
खनित्रम इज द्वितीया विभक्ति. करेक्ट.
तत् किम? तत् विश्रामगृहम् अस्ति. किम अत्र भित्तिकम् अस्ति? अत्र भित्तिकम् न अस्ति. भित्तिकम् इज walls.
One wall. tat kim? Tat vishrama graham asti. Now the question is, kim atra bhittikam asti? Is there a wall here? No.
Atra
bhittikam na asti. Na asti or nasti?
Bhittikaha, no? It is pulling the phrase. Bhittikaha. Bhittika is drilling or pulling.
What do you say, Suresh Mode? Bhittikam. Looking at this sentence, Suresh Mode, will you...
Yeah, this is an Napunsaka Linga because we are just asked, we are not pointing at it, it's not a vibhakti. We are asking from a karma padam, Bhittikam asti, na asti.
So what is it, karma padam or what is it?
It's a... okay.
It is not karma padam.
No, it is not karma padam.
It's noun, sorry.
A noun, but it is not karma padam here.
Not
you are correct. It is Napumsaka Lingam and it is a Kartru padam here. Kartru padam, it's yeah. It is a subject here. Kim atra bhittikam asti? Atra bhittikam nasti. Here there is no wall. Napumsaka Lingam, correct. That's a good one. And what about Vishramagraham? What is the lingam?
Napunsakalingam.
Yes, good. Napunsakalingam. Neela Devi.
Napushkalingam.
Namaste.
Vishramaha Napushkalingam, sir.
Napushkalingam. Dhanyavad.
So there's one question. Is it really a Kartru padam here or because these are just in a way, if I want to say in English, these are objects. This is a rest house, this is a Bhittikam is a wall. Is it a Kartru padam? It's not doing anything.
Yeah, Kartru padam. But yeah, that is a technical word because asti is a kriya padam. Here it needs a Kartru padam, right? Asti is a kriya padam. It is not doing anything, but it exists there. It exists. Who is existing? All is existing. So before going forward, okay, let's go ahead. So another concept here. So we have seen such sentences already, right? Balakah gacchati, saha balakah gacchati, and unnata balaka. Unnata means tall. Unnata balaka gacchati, saha unnata balaka gacchati. So all these similar sentences we have seen before. So but now, so here if you look at this balakah gacchati, So balaka is going. Balak ja raha hai. But now saha balakah gacchati, we are adding saha to it. Okay? So we are adding saha to it. So that means we are saying that boy, saha balaka gacchati, that boy. Now think that balaka means there are a lot of, suppose there are lot of boys are there. I'm going to just, or I'm going to make like this. Okay. Is my drawing good? Yeah. Okay. So here, let's say there are many boys are there. So in that group of boys, if you want to separate or pinpoint to make it more precise, so how are you going to say saha balaka gacchati? That boy is going. So if there are many boys, then the question may be which boy? Kaha balaka gacchati? So the answer may be saha balaka gacchati. So here it becomes more specific. So one of these is saha balaka, right? So it is a group of the objects or the things. Don't think the object means again not karma padam. I'm not saying karma padam. It is a thing, group of things. So when you say saha, we are making it little bit narrow, right? Out of those. Now again, if I am standing here, so let's say I am here, away. So when I say, when my friend asks, kaha balakah gacchati, I say saha balakah gacchati. That means I am pointing here. Now still it is not clear. Still this saha may be this. Again the question may be saha kaha balakah gacchati, means which of that. So again I have to describe a little bit, more description about, to become more clear. So unnatah balakah gacchati. Suppose I want to say there is a tall boy there. Unnatah balakah. So that means, let's say we zero down on this one balaka. So what we are trying to do by adding these different descriptive words to the existing noun, to the noun in the vakyam, what we are doing is we are describing it and making it more and more specific. So this describing words are called visheshanam. Describing words, they are called visheshanam. They are describing the nouns, some other noun. It could be a karma padam, it could be a kartru padam, it doesn't matter. But they are describing some other noun. So they are called visheshanam. And what is being described is visheshyam. The word which is getting described is visheshyam. So basically visheshanam is a describing. Varnanam karoti. Yaha shabdaha varnanam. Yaha means which. Yaha. Like kaha, we know that. Kaha is which or what. Yaha means in the which sense only. But which, the word which describes, if you want to say like that, the word which describes, not asking the question which word is that, but for asking which word we are using kaha shabdaha, kaha balaka. But if you want to say the word which describes or the word that describes something, so to say like that, I am going to use yaha. Yaha shabdaha अन्यम शब्दम वर्णयति. यह शब्दः अन्यस्य शब्दस्य वर्णनं करोति. सः शब्दः विशेषणम्. That is a visheshanam, or it is called visheshanam. The word which describes another noun in a sentence is called a visheshanam. Yasya shabdasya varnanam bhavati सः शब्दः विशेष्यम् यस्य पदस्य पद is also word, right? यस्य पदस्य वर्णनं भवति तत् पदं विशेष्यम्. So any questions at this concept or this definition? This we all know, right? Like for example, unnata balakah, sundari mahila, sundarah kandukah, anantaram kim, bruhat pustakam. So these all are describing. The Visheshanam is describing the Vishesham. So I have just put here, there could be multiple Visheshanam, not only one Visheshanam, right? Because so here there should be Visarga for Balakah. Saha unnataha balakah gacchati. That means both Saha and Unnataha, both are Visheshanam here, not only Unnataha. Both are Visheshanam of Balakah. Both are Visheshanam of Balakah. So we'll see another example here. Pustakam asti. So we add another one. Tat pustakam asti. Another word here. Another word. One more word. One more Visheshanam. Tat sundaram pustakam asti. So I am adding sundaram again here. So both tat and sundaram becomes they are describing pustakam. One more example. Utpatati. Kaha utpatati?
One question.
Yeah.
In the previous one, when you say Tat Sundaram Pustakam Asti, if we switch it around and say Tat Pustakam Sundaram Asti, does it mean that the book is beautiful instead of saying beautiful book exists?
Yeah, both are same, right? We are describing Pustakam.
Okay. But does it change the expression or is it in Sanskrit it is the same?
No, the meaning is same.
Okay.
Okay, so kaha utpatati? Utpatati is bounce, right? Or jump or bounce. So what is bouncing? Again, I can also kaha is also is considered as a Visheshanam only here. Kaha kandukaha utpatati. So it is a question, but it is trying to point to a specific, making us to describe that kanduka. Kaha kandukaha utpatati. And again the question will be kaha sundara kandukaha utpatati. That may be the answer. But again we can ask kaha sundara kandukaha utpatati. In that also, which beautiful ball. So here we are saying that kaha sundaraha, multiple words can describe kandukaha. So both are Visheshanam to kanduka here. So now take this example here. Kasa. Kasa. If anyone is not understanding the meaning or forgot the meaning, don't remember the meaning of any of these words, please ask. Please unmute and ask. Because Kasa, we already know this. Kaha saha Kasa, we have done it many times. Kasa. Kasa ratrihi is again a question. Kasa ratrihi prashnaha. Question will be Kasa Krishna ratrihi. Kasa ratrihi, which night? Now the answer would be Sa Krishna ratrihi. Krishna is black. So again the question will be Kasa Krishna ratrihi. Ratri, which black night? And again the different set here. Kaha saha khagaha, kaha saha Krishnaha khagaha. So compare these two here. Kasa Ratrihi, two sets here, two sets of sentences. This is the first one. Kasa Ratrihi, Kasa Krishna Ratrihi. Or you can just forget this ka and kaha, just focus on these. Sa Ratrihi, Sa Krishna Ratrihi. This is one set. So what is happening here? Sa means she. Sa Ratrihi, because Ratri is a Strilinga word. Sa Ratrihi, that is a Ratri. Sa Krishna Ratrihi. Krishna Ratrihi. She is a that is a black night or a dark night. And here we have Saha Khagaha, Saha Krishnaha Khagaha. So here we are using Sa to describe Ratri, Sa Krishna to describe Ratri, and Saha to describe Khagaha, Saha Krishnaha to describe Khagaha. Krishna is again black here, Khagaha is bird. So if you carefully look at these two sentences, so what do you notice here? Notice that this is a Strilinga word, this is a Pullinga word. And we know that, we have seen that before, if it is a Strilinga word, we have to use Sa, correct? If it is Strilinga word, like Sa Balika, Sa Petika, Sa Vaidya, Sa Nadi. If it is a Pullinga word, we have to use Saha. Saha Khagaha, Saha Balakaha, Saha Parvataha, Saha Suryaha, etc. Additionally, even the Visheshanam like a descriptive, these are Gunavacha, right? They are describing some characteristic of that or property of that Vishesham of another noun. So in that case, even that word which is a Visheshanam, that also will be in the same Linga. Because we have see here becomes Krishna, here it is Krishna. Correct? Krishnaha Khagaha, Krishna Ratrihi. Because Visheshanam Linga is Strilinga here, a Linga of Visheshanam is Pullinga here, and this is a Gunavachaka Shabdaha. Gunavachaka means a word explaining the property, describing the property. So similarly, if it's like if you want to say Saha Balakaha, so this is, let's say, Balakaha. Saha Sa Balika. Okay. Sa Balika. Saha Balakaha, Sa Balika. Mute, please, mute line, mute your lines. Saha Balakaha, Sa Balika. So in this we want to add Unnata Shabda now. Previously we already saw Unnata in the, where did we see? No, here. Unnataha Balakaha Gacchati. So Unnata is also indicating the property of a Balaka. So here we can add Saha Unnataha Balakaha Gacchati. Yeah. Sorry. Saha Unnataha Balakaha Gacchati. So Unnataha, what is the lingam of Unnataha?
Pullinga.
Pullinga Shabda, because Balaka is Pullinga, Unnataha. Obviously we see that. If you look at Unnata, you will understand because it has a Visarga, looks like Ramaha. Unnataha is also Pullinga. If you want to say tall balika, so we want can introduce
only unnat.
Unnata balika.
Unnata balika. So I want to add that. So generally this, if it is a pullinga is unnataha akaranta, then it changes to like unnata, but not always. Not always. For example, take sundaraha. Okay, sundaraha, what will happen? Saha sundaraha balakaha. What is, now we have to know the strilinga form of sundaraha.
It's Sundari, right?
Sundari, yeah. Not Sundara. Sundari. So in some cases it becomes a, changes to a at the end. If the pullinga word is ending in a, sometimes it changes to a, sometimes changes to e. This again by practice will come to know. Saha sundaraha balakaha, sa sundari balika. Even though balika is a, so it doesn't mean that the visheshanam also will be in a. So it has to be in strilingam. So sundari is strilingam. So similarly we will say sa sundari nadi, sa sundari petika. Anything strilinga we can use sundari. Okay, so one more thing here. What is the lingam of sundaraha? Lingam is sundaraha. Lingam of sundaraha padam is pullinga, right? Pullingam. So lingam of sundaraha is pullingam. And lingam of sundari is trilingam, sundari padam. But what is the vibhakti now? What is the vibhakti of sundaraha? What is the vibhakti of sundara? No, but here in this case, in this example, sundaraha. What is the vibhakti of sundaraha?
Prathama vibhakti.
Yeah, prathama. Because like Rama, right? Simple. Sundaraha. We are saying sundaraha means it's like saying Ramaha or Balakaha. So this is prathama vibhakti. And what is the vibhakti of sundari?
Same, prathama vibhakti.
Yeah, prathama only. Like what? What are the other example like this? Sundari, Nadi.
Ikaran.
Ikaran, dirgha ikaran, like Nadi, Parvati, Saraswati, Bharati, etc. Sundari. So it is prathama vibhakti ekavachanam. So thing to note that one thing is that visheshanam, the word which is describing the vishesham, will be in the same lingam as the vishesham. Visheshanam will be in the same lingam as the vishesham, and also it will be in the same vibhakti also and vachanam also. If this is ekavachanam, this has to be ekavachanam. If this is ekavachanam, ekavachanam. And this is prathama vibhakti, this will be in prathama vibhakti. This is prathama vibhakti, this is prathama vibhakti. Okay. That is what you see in all these sentences, what we have seen. So for example here, pustakam asti. Pustakam is napunsakalingam, prathama vibhakti, pustakam asti. So tat pustakam asti. So here tat also prathama vibhakti ekavachanam. Tat sundaram pustakam asti. Now sundaram, note that sundaram change the lingam here, because sundaraha was pullinga shabdah, and sundari Strilinga Shabda. And Sundaram.
Sundaram, Napumsakalinga.
Like Phalam, Vanam, etc. Jalam. Sundaram. So Tat Sundaram Pustakam Asti, because Pustakam is Napumsakalinga Shabda. Similarly, Tat Sundaram Phalam Asti. Tat Sundaram Jalam Asti. Whatever. So, because Pustakam is Napumsakalingam, this is also Napumsakalingam, and in this sentence, only in this Vakyam, Pustakam is in Prathama Vibhakti. That is why Sundaram is also Prathama Vibhakti here. So, okay, Sudhir Mohdaya. So I'll write a word here. So now, what is the rule here? Now we know the rule. What is the rule of using Visheshanam? Visheshanam has to be in the same Lingam and Vibhakti. And also Vachanam, because we are using only Ekavachanam, we will stick to only Ekavachanam. If it is a Dvivachanam, it has to be in Dvivachanam. Bahuvachanam, Bahuvachanam. But right now we are seeing the examples of Ekavachanam. So, at least we know how many vibhaktis now? Prathama vibhakti and Dvitiya vibhakti, Shashti vibhakti. Okay. So, Tat Sundaram Pustakam Asti. This is what this indicates. Pustakam is Napumsakalingam Prathama vibhakti, Sundaram Napumsakalingam Prathama vibhakti. Now, if I write the sentence, Balakaha Pustakam Pathati. Okay, so Balakaha Pustakam Pathati. Now here Pustakam, what is the Lingam Vibhakti? Vibhakti. Prathama.
Sorry, this is Dvitiya.
Dvitiya, because Karma Padam.
Karma.
Balakaha is in Prathama here.
Prathama.
Right. So now if I want to say Balakaha, now I want to introduce Sundara Pustakam. So how will the Sundara word will appear here now? Balakaha.
Sundara.
Balakaha Sundaram.
Sundaram Pustakam Pathati.
Pustakam Pathati.
So why is it Sundaram?
Because it is Dvitiya, Pustakam is Dvitiya.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, Pustakam is Dvitiya, Napunsakalingam Dvitiya. So this Sundaram also we have to use in Napunsakalingam and Dvitiya only. And we know that Napunsakalingam of Sundara is Sundaram, like Phalam. And Prathama Vibhakti and Dvitiya Vibhakti are same form.
Right.
Sundaram. Yeah. Now we want to say tall boy. Unnata Balaka Sundaram Pustakam Pathati. So how do we use Unnata now here?
Unnata Balaka.
Unnataha.
Unnataha Balakaha.
Balakaha Sundaram Pustakam Pathati.
Because Unnata is describing Balaka. Unnata is not describing Pustaka. So Balaka is in Prathama Vibhakti, Pullinga Prathama Vibhakti. So Unnataha should be also in Pullinga Prathama Vibhakti. Unnataha Balaka Sundaram Pustakam Pathati.
Pathati.
If you want to use a big book, how will you say Bruhat?
Bruhat Pustakam Pathati. Bruhat. Bruhat is because it is not Akaranta, it is Bruhat. It has a different root, and it is a Napunsakalinga, Bruhat. It remains same, Bruhatam.
Bruhatam or Bruhat?
Bruhat. Only Bruhat.
Bruhat.
We want to say small, we use the word lagu, so it will change according to the word or the linga word?
See, Laghu, there is another category of words called Avyayam. Yeah. Avyaya means they don't change form in any vibhakti or vachanam or anything. Yeah. So Laghu, there is a Avyaya called Laghu also. Yeah. So we can make use of that Laghu. So anywhere is just small, just use Laghu. Yeah. There is no Laghu, Laghum, Laghu. It doesn't need to be. Just use Balakaha Laghu Pustakam Patati. Laghu, just Laghu. So what are you saying, Suresh Mohdaya? What is? Suresh Mohdaya, huh? I see.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I can. No, I just typed the word. These are the correct sentence formation. I just sent you a sentence to say whether I'm saying it correctly, to say that the linga of the Visheshanam will follow the linga of the Kartrupadam.
Not Kartrupadam, any padam what is describing. If it is describing Karma Padam, it has to follow that lingam of Karma Padam, any padam.
Okay.
Any noun. It doesn't have to be Kartrupadam. Any noun.
Oh, okay, any noun it is following it. Okay.
Any noun it is describing. Now, right now we know only Kartrupadam and Karma Padam. There could be other types of nouns also, right? So this is applicable for any type of noun. So Visheshanam and Vishesham Sambandha, relationship between that will remain same. What it is describing depends on that.
Okay.
All right. So another example. Let's take. So there is a blackboard. Okay. So this is a blackboard. So we want to use the words Krishna and Phalakam. You know that, right? Phalaka. Phalaka is a Napumsakalinga Shabda. You know that. Right? So how do we say that? Tat Phalakam. Okay. Tat Phalakam. So how do we change this Krishna word to Napumsakalingam?
Krishnam.
Tat Krishnam Phalakam.
Tat Krishnam Phalakam. Now if it is a whiteboard, what do we say? Shweta.
Tat Shvetam Phalakam.
Shvetam Phalakam. Right. Anybody did not get this word? But I'm going to write it here again. Shweta. Shweta is white. So here now we already know that in that example we saw unnataha balakaha sundaram pustakam pathati, right? Unnataha balakaha sundaram pustakam pathati. In that the unnataha was describing balakaha and sundaram was describing pustakam in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Unnataha balakaha was in Prathama Vibhakti. Sundaram Pustakam both were in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Now, in this example shows Shashti Vibhakti also. Example here is, okay, let somebody read it. Karta Mohdaya, want to read this?
Balakasya Lekhani. I will read it, sir. Balakasya Lekhani
कस्य बालकस्य लेखनी. That is balaka is being qualified. Visheshan kasya. Kasya balakasya. Kasya is for balaka. Kasya is the Visheshana padam for balaka, isn't it?
Yes, correct. Yeah, first read the sentence, then we will analyze it one by one.
Okay.
First,
Vedasya balakasya lekhani.
Yes.
Unnadasya balakasya lekhani. Unnadasya balakasya sundari lekhani.
So in the first sentence, balakasya lekhani, kasya lekhani, balakasya lekhani. Now again we are saying kasya balakasya lekhani. Yes, you are right. Kasya is the visheshana of balakasya. In the next sentence, what is the etasya balakasya lekhani? So etasya is the, what is that now? Visheshanam of balakasya. Right? And unnatasya balakasya lekhani. Unnatasya balakasya, again one more word is added here called sundari. So note that here, when we are describing balaka, then balaka we are describing with etasya and unnatasya. So tall balaka. So balaka is tall, and we are describing balaka, but balakasya is in shashti vibhakti. So the describing word visheshanam is also in shashti vibhakti here, and it is in same lingam. Lingam is also same. Unnatasya balakasya lekhani. And lekhani we want to describe sundari, because lekhani is in strilinga and sundari should be also in strilingam and same vibhakti. Vibhakti is important here. Vibhakti is also prathama vibhakti here. These two are in prathama vibhakti and these two are in shashti vibhakti. So if we want to, instead of balaka, suppose it is balika, then how will it change? What is the shashti vibhakti of balika?
Balikaya.
Balikayaha. So balikayaha sundari lekhani. So what will become? What will happen to unnata then?
I think it is unnatayaha.
Yes. Unnatayaha. Unnata is the original first root word. It is strilinga prathama vibhakti. Then just like any other akaranta strilinga, like Rama becomes Ramayaha, Balika becomes Balikayaha, Utpitika becomes Utpitikayaha, Unnata becomes Unnatayaha. So Unnatayaha Balikayaha Sundari Lekhani.
Sundari Lekhani, striling, if it has to be Purushling, then it will become Sundara Lekhani. Am I right?
Yeah, because Lekhani is not as, yeah, Lekhani is not Purusha, right? Lekhani is strilinga.
Yeah, right. So if we have to convert it into Purushling, then Lekhani.
No, there is no Purusha for Lekhani. Lekhani is strilinga.
Striling. Okay.
Lekhani is the actual thing, right? It is not a gunavachaka. It is not a property. Something. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Sundara Sundari is a property or a character. Yeah.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Lekhani is whose Lekhani is describing. So here I want to know what is Lekhani.
What is Lekhani? Sorry, what do you want to know? Mahoday, Lakshmikant.
Whose Lekhani? Regarding Lekhani, it is describing the Balakasya. So how we should think of this?
So I'm not getting it. Anybody else got it? Can you rephrase the question, please? Anybody else? Suresh, Moda, anyone got the question?
No, I don't think so. Question is not clear.
Describing so how is does anything probably
network problem.
It's audio problem, sir.
Yeah, you can't hear. Lakshmikant Mohoday, we can't. It's breaking a lot in between. We can't make out. So you can either try to type in the chat, or you can just email it to me later, or just in the WhatsApp you can type the question.
Now how it is stated? Balakasya because who it is Balakasya in is of
Not audible.
Sorry, we can't. But whatever I got, I think I think can just answer. But you can type the question in WhatsApp or email or chat. So here it becomes Balakasya Lekhani. Yes, it is the Lekhani belongs to Balaka, and Lekhani is Sundari, and Balaka is Unnata. So here Balakasya is in Shashti Vibhakti. So we are changing that Unnata to Shashti Vibhakti, Unnatasya. And Lekhani, because it is Prathama Vibhakti, Sundari remains in Prathama Vibhakti. So now if it is Balika, what will happen now? Here, if it is Balika Unnatayaha, we saw that. Now if we change it, if it is Balika is Sundari, let's say. Okay. Balika and Sundari. So Balikayaha, we know that. Balikayaha Lekhani. Now how do you change Sundari now? It should be in the same vibhakti as Balikayaha.
Will it be Sundaryaha?
Yeah, Balikayaha is in which vibhakti? Shashti. So Sundari like Nadi.
Sundarya.
Vibhakti is Sundaryaha. So Sundaryaha Balikayaha Lekhani. Lekhani doesn't have a Visheshanam here. If you want, you can add anything else there. Sundaryaha Balikayaha Sundari Lekhani. That is also okay. But the point to note here is that this word Visheshanam, which is a Gunavachaka Visheshanam, which is describing some characteristic of the Visheshanam, what it is doing, it has to be in the same vibhakti and lingam and vachanam also as the Visheshanam.
Sanjeev Mohoday, just sorry, if you can undo this, what you wrote. Yeah, if when you say Sundaryaha, is it before the Balikayaha or in between Balikayaha and Lekhani?
You put anywhere. You put anywhere, you put at the end also, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Balikayaha Lekhani Sundaryaha, that is also fine. It means the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
How do you know it means the same thing? Because both are in the same vibhakti.
Clear. Okay. Okay.
So we'll stop here. So what, as a homework, I'll send you the homework also, but you see the pictures here?
So can I ask a question before we go to homework?
Yeah, sure.
So just now, last sentence you said that Balikayaha Lekhani Sundaryaha. So does it mean that the letter is beautiful, or does it mean the girl is beautiful? Because Does it not change based on the position?
No, because balika is not a gunavachaka, right? Balika is balika. Sundari is a gunavachaka.
Right. So if I say balikayaha lekani, after that if I use a visheshanam, does it go with the lekani or does it go with the balikaya? That's my question.
It depends on the vibhakti. If it is in prathama vibhakti, it goes with the lekani. Right? If it is shashti vibhakti and balikaya is shashti vibhakti, so it goes with the balikaya.
Okay.
Yeah. Balikayaha lekani sundari. If you just say that because sundari and lekani both are in prathama vibhakti, then lekani becomes sundari. Balikayaha lekani sundari. Okay. And if you say balikayaha lekani sundaryaha, that means balika becomes sundari. Okay, clear? Yes, no?
Somewhat clear, but there might be some confusion. I'll get back to you with questions.
Yeah. Some confusion because we are not used to this kind of thing, but generally when we use it like day-to-day conversation, we generally don't say like balikaya lekani sundaryaha. Those kind of usages or prayog. It is not. It is correct, perfectly fine. We can use it. Balikaya lekani sundaryaha. But these such things are found generally in the poems, like in the shloka, etc. There we have to properly arrange them first based on the vachana vibhakti linga. Then we have to link them. This sundaryaha is related with balikaya, etc. But in our everyday conversation, we generally say saha sundara balakaha, saha sundarasya balakasya lekhani. We don't say balakasya lekhani sundarasya. It is correct, perfectly correct, perfectly right. But we generally keep it like that, right? First we start with the visheshanam, sundaraha balakaha or sundarasya balakaha, balakasya, sundarasya balakasya, sundarasya balakasya kandukaha. Like that we generally put it in certain order when we generally everyday samanya sambhashanam, when generally the conversation happens.
Sir, one doubt. Balikaya balikaya lekani sundarya asti, we can say.
Yeah, asti is always there. You can say anything.
But in that case also it should be sundarya only.
Sundarya,
balikaya lekani sundarya.
Yeah. If you want to describe balika, then whatever balika's vibhakti is there, that should be the same vibhakti for the describing word, wherever it is in the sentence.
Okay.
It can be after asti also. Balikayaha lekani asti sundaryaha. That's okay. It can be anywhere.
Okay.
No, first you can put asti also. Asti balikayaha lekani sundaryaha. That is fine. However, as I said, in general when we converse, to keep it simple, for other person to understand simple, otherwise both have to be poets, both have to be kavi and they have to think. So instead of that, to keep it simple, just we use like this only. Vanasya unnataha vrukshaha. We don't say vrukshaha vanasya unnataha. Vrukshaha vanasya unnataha vrukshaha asti. Simple word. So the understanding becomes fast while conversation. So that we can stop here. But this one I just want to say like at your home, based on this pictures here, we all know this story, I think. So try to write the story in your own sentence, with the known words and known vibhaktis and known vachanam. Don't try to use like in, out, others and for and other things. Just with the simple. Keep it. Try to be very simple with the known words and known vibhakti. It is possible. Okay? It is possible. So try to write it and you can send it to me. We can share it in the next class. Right. धन्यवादः नमस्कारः शुभरात्रि
Good night, sir.
धन्यवाद
Good night, sir. Shubharatri.
महोदय।
Shubharatri.
धन्यवादः
To you.
महोदय।
धन्यवादः
सुप्रभातम्
धन्यवादः।